Oh, okay. I don't know why you had to whisper that. Hey guys.
What's going on?
Why are you whispering?
I just wanted to whisper. Anyway, welcome to episode 8. Yes, episode 8. Welcome to episode 8.
Are you sure?
Yep. It's on the thing. Episode 8.
Oh. So we're just trusting things now.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. What's up? What's new with you?
We went and saw Venom. Venom was cool.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
Spoiler alert for anybody.
Yeah, spoiler to our lives. We watched Venom.
Well, I mean, like, no, like, because I figured we were going to keep discussing it.
Oh, yeah. So out of 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
I'd give it like probably like a 5.5.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. It was okay though.
I would say since I went in with no expectations. Well, not no expectations. They were just bad expectations.
I mean, since it was Marvel, I expected a little bit, but it's also mostly Sony, so
it's
I was
definitely Sony.
Yeah, you're right.
So I went in like I was like, okay, I'll just accept Venom for this, and so I think I'd be able to give it a 6.
Okay.
At best, yeah, because I think
Tom Hardy was a goober the entire time.
Yeah. Also, his girlfriend was kind of weird.
Yeah. There was some all right, whenever she spoke.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say overall I left the theater and I felt like I had a good time. So
yeah, it was funny. It was
even
funny
the
enough.
Stupid parts was fun to make fun of. So
yeah, I would watch it. I would watch that movie probably 10 times before I rewatch another DC disaster. So.
I thought you were gonna say Solo, a Star Wars story, because
well, that's a tough one actually for me because I'm more of a Star Wars fan than you. But
fair, it's a good thing we didn't watch Star Wars that night.
I think Solo just objectively was better, story wise. I think.
Okay, I'd give you that.
But I will say that Solo to me was a little boring just because it was like, oh, okay, cool.
That's what I was gonna follow up with. Was like, yeah, I think it was a better movie, but this one was more fun.
Right, this one was definitely more fun of a movie. But yeah, so. In other news, I don't have anything else. That's the end of the podcast. Thank you for joining us.
It's a short one this time, guys.
Super short. We'll see you next week. And no, but so I don't know. What else is there to talk about?
I was kind of thinking we could do something different.
I know. I was like, I don't want to, because we could talk about James Gunn and how he's turned to the dark side, but I don't want to do that.
No, I mean, it kind of sucks that we're only doing like audio because I want to play like a game or something.
Oh yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Start a Let's Play maybe.
Maybe not. I guess if that's what you want to call it.
I mean, I've got the equipment for it, but yeah, we'd have to do it at my house.
I was thinking even more than that. Like we could do like a board game, or even like invite friends over. And
oh yeah, sure.
One that I thought you would like. I'm not sure if I ever played it with you. Was it's like a cross between Pictionary and Telephone.
Oh yeah, we've done that.
You were there when we played that?
Yeah, I've been there like every time we've played that.
Yay!
We played that at you weren't there at my bachelor party, I guess.
Oh.
But we played that at my bachelor party. But
yeah, that one's fun.
Yeah, I love that game because I always go way over the top and make everybody uncomfortable with my pictures and phrases, and it's super funny. But we would have to figure out a way to make it watchable though.
We should schedule a trip to Manhattan like next weekend. Like not this one coming up, but the next one.
Yeah, we could do that. I bet.
Probably on a Saturday, I think.
Yeah, we could totally do that. It would have to be Saturday night because I can't.
No, that's fine. I work Saturday mornings until like 2:30.
Exactly. So. Yeah, I work until about 4. So.
Ow. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like a late. We'll leave like immediately, get there by 5, which that seems fine. But.
So glad you guys are here to hear us plan our future.
This is different from other. I mean, it's hard to come up with stuff to talk about sometimes, unless you guys want to hear us talk about Marvel and DC and all that every single episode. But
other news, I did make lasagna tonight,
and it was delicious, right?
With cream cheese, and it was really good.
Nice.
So that was a big plus. Other words are hard. Oh, we talked about. So I work at Target, right?
Right.
And we were talking about getting like a bigger back room,
Mm-hmm.
and instead we talked about getting like a basement.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, ooh, that'd be fucking awesome. And we just have like the whole back. I sound stupid. I'm reminding myself of like Hannah from our class,
Yeah.
who always used to go to other grocery stores to see what other grocery stores were like and compare it to her grocery store.
Because all she knew was Big B.
And I'm doing that with Target now. Like, when I went to Nebraska, we went to a Target, and I judged it based off mine. And I was like, oh, my Target's better.
I'll probably go to like, when I move to Manhattan, I'll probably get a job at Panera there, and I'll probably do the same thing. Be like, my Panera's better.
It's different, though.
Is
Like,
it?
with the store, yeah.
You start to I'm sure you notice all the differences when you work there, but like every Walmart and Target look the same to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's more of the similarities and the minor differences. And like, so like each Target varies the size of each department depending on like what they sell. And so like every couple months they look at all the sales and they'll adjust what they have on the floor accordingly. So like this last time we used to have just like a couple aisles of baby stuff, but then I guess a bunch of other stores closed in Salina that had baby stuff.
Oh, really?
And so we've been having an influx of people trying to come in and get like diapers and stuff. And so we expanded our baby section, which ate up some of our men's clothing because I guess men don't like shopping at Target.
Yeah.
So, which is
Apparently.
because it has like really good clothes for guys.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cheap.
I like Walmart better only just because they have more of a food selection.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too. Like, was because we have 3 fucking Dillons here in Salina and a
Yeah.
Walmart across the street,
We
and
have
a,
3? Oh, yeah,
yeah,
we do. That's
and
right.
the Sam's Club right next door.
Yeah.
We don't sell any groceries, so that's why we don't have a grocery section aside for a couple aisles, as
No.
opposed to others that have entire coolers.
The one in Manhattan is pretty low on food too.
That's another reason that because it's further in town, like away from most residential areas, but even what it is close to is a Dillon's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Is this exciting, everybody?
it's exciting to me.
No.
Getting all like worked up.
Yeah. But, yeah. I couldn't think of
I
it.
was basically getting at the fact that I was getting excited about organizing the store and having a back room, and I was like, we could organize the back room as like an exact replica of the upstairs. And I was like, and then we could have like a chute for the truck, and it would all just like unload
down
onto
the
a
chute.
conveyor belt, and you could
That'd be cool.
slide down the chute and
That'd be
stuff.
cool.
I was like, I'll put the mattresses at the bottom and just like whee.
Nice.
And then I was thinking if we just had an elevator, no stairs, I was like, well, that would suck because then the power everyone out, which it does. It's creepy as shit when the power goes out.
I
there.
bet.
Because like,
no windows back there.
well, like in the back room, the doors close too.
Mm-hmm.
So like they'll be wide open, and then all of a sudden the power went out, and
And
all the lights went off, and then you just hear, doom, doom, doom.
Oh my
And
god.
the door slamming, and I was like, what the fuck?
I guess I'm gonna die here.
And then like it took like, it felt like forever, but it was probably only like a minute max before like the backup generator turned on, and even then it only turned on a couple lights, like just kind of what's necessary to see your way out. And but like I was standing right next to one of the doors because I was grabbing something. I think it was like laundry detergent. So the door was like maybe 5 feet away from me, and the lights went out, and I was like, well, okay, that's fine. It's like storming out, and then all of a sudden all I hear is a boom, 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 and I was like, what the fuck?
Nice.
It's terrifying.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Next topic.
it's been raining for like 5 days,
Yeah.
which is fun. I like rain.
I haven't been able to fly because of it.
Oh, that sucks. I've been able to do all my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but
They literally even like tomorrow, how it's supposed to be kind of clear. Finally, my flight instructor was still like, it's probably not going to happen just because there's other people that have been waiting to do what I'm doing before me,
right.
before all this rain hit, and so I'm still on like a waiting list to
Right,
get in.
there's like
with,
a backlog of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, so it's next week at the earliest. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But he basically gave me the gift of time, so it's fine.
There you go. Oh, I know what I could talk about. I just recently... So when we started this, I said I wanted to put the podcast on like all the platforms that I could. I haven't had time to do that. We've only been on YouTube.
It's fine.
And so, but the other day I looked up Anchor, which is a like podcast distribution website. It's also like you can
Okay.
put just podcasts on it, like record podcasts for it. And so I set that up. I put the first episode on to Anchor, and they sent me an email, and they're like, in about 2 days, we're going to let you know where we're distributing all your things, because they're just going to, like, put it out for me.
Or
What?
randomly, or did you get a pick? Or is it just everything?
They had a list of things, including, like, Apple, I guess
iTunes.
iTunes. Yeah, that's what I meant.
There you go.
I haven't used iTunes in, like, 10 years. iTunes, Spotify, a couple others that I have never heard of, but I was like, oh, that's neat. That's really cool. And they also gave us an option to, like, make money if we wanted to. So it was like, oh, well, maybe that. Yeah. So in the future, I will probably be announcing that we'll be on Spotify and all those if this happens. So yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done this before, so I'm like, is this real? Is it gonna actually be a thing? But yeah. So
That's funny.
yeah. I was listening to the recording the other day, and I noticed that I pop my fingers while we record, and it's very obvious.
I just started doing that subconsciously. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's so-
But, like, I was listening, I was like, what is that popping noise? And I realized it was me popping my fingers, and it was like, oh,
You know what sucks?
what?
I'm really cold, and I was like thinking, oh, I could just go grab my blanket and let Kent talk in the mic since they won't see me leave,
Yeah, that would be
and
fun.
have him just But my blanket's in the dryer right now.
Oh, nice.
So if I
it'll,
grabbed
it'll
it,
be nice
it's-
and warm when.
No, it's probably gonna be wet first, and I'll be
Oh.
like shit, and I had to throw it back in.
So you just gotta
So-
tough it out now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks. Other news. So I have one of those fancy cars that connects to your phone with Bluetooth, and it has like a screen that's like, oh look, you're connected to Bluetooth.
Right.
Hoo hoo hoo. For some reason today I went in and it wouldn't work. It would say I was connected, and then it wouldn't play music. And then when I finally did get it to play music, it would only have the play button and not the skips, and it wouldn't let me turn it up or down. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I tried disconnecting it, and it wouldn't disconnect. I had to turn off my whole car, turn it back on, and then it still was doing that funky stuff. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to drive. Then I tried making a phone call, and it would ring, but it would only go through my phone and not the car, but it would still show up on my car as if it was playing on there. And when I talked, it would pick it up from my car, but I wouldn't be able to hear them except from through my phone.
Fun.
And it was just doing its own thing. And then I went to the gym, and then Isaac called me, so I talked to him, and I left. And I was like, okay, hang on, let's, like, hopefully my car's done being a little bitch. Turned it on. It put Isaac on my car, and then it did reverse to where I was hearing him through my speakers.
but he
I
couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I
Nice.
could only talk if the phone was right here, which defeats the purpose. Because I was like, I'm not trying to talk while...
Trying to not look like I'm talking on the phone right
Exactly.
now.
And then...
The
then
police in this town
I was
would
like,
care.
okay, Isaac, I'm gonna hang up with you, and I'm gonna try turning off my car and turn it back on, disconnecting my phone, everything. Did it, and it wouldn't let me hang up with Isaac, so it stayed on the screen that we were still talking, but it froze at 51 seconds, and like it wouldn't. Even if I clicked hang up, it would hang up with him, but it would keep the time up there, and it wouldn't let me do anything else. It wouldn't let me switch screens, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Jeez.
And the moral of the story is that it's not fixed yet.
Well,
But I went to the park after that, and I was like, Isaac, I'm just going to talk to you later because what the fuck? And I went to the park, did a quick run. My legs hurt now because it's cold as shit. And I went jump roping last night, and it made my calves hurt. And so every step was pain.
nice.
Super not nice.
I started running again, but the problem was I ran like 3-4 times and stopped because it started getting really cold outside, and I was like, I don't want to run. So, like, yeah, and I'm fucking dog shit now.
Solid.
Like, I used to be fairly good at running, and like, it was bad. My first attempt out, I ran like 11 minutes for a mile, and I was like,
bad.
wow, this is awful.
This is a wake-up call.
It was a huge way, yeah. So then the next time I actually tried a little harder, and I got down to like 7:30 or something for a
I
mile.
would say it was a big jump.
Yeah,
First and second.
yeah.
I kinda
It made
figured
me
would happen,
think
but-
that like I probably wasn't like pushing myself enough, and the next time I was like, okay, I can't do fucking 11 minutes again.
Honestly,
That's
I think you
disgraceful.
probably weren't like aware of how slow you were going
Yeah.
because of how long it was.
Exactly. But I did that I think I did it 4 times, and then there were a couple days where it was super cold, or like I got too busy and couldn't do it in the morning, and so I just went out for a walk. So that was nice, but I hate running on treadmills, but I need to just tough it out and run on the treadmill.
The trap, don't do it.
Treadmills suck. Like,
I
because
know.
I like running places. I don't like running in places.
That's why I like cross country so much, because like
Exactly.
you got to run in a bunch of different areas.
One thing that could help with that, though, is I could like put on a show and have 20 minutes go by and not even notice.
Well, I guess I don't know if it'll work for you. It doesn't work for me.
Oh, I think it would work for me because I'm like...
There was the gym in Seneca that had the TVs right in front of the treadmill all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. The
And so
only
I'd
gym
run
in
on that.
Seneca.
Right. So I'd run on that, and it still wasn't. And then you just focus on like how long you're on there, which I never do when I'm running.
Do you ever run with music?
Yeah.
It's hard for me because like I tried doing that in cross country, but I got like too flustered because my brain was just like, there's too much things going on. You're running really fast, and there's music in your head, and I was just like, I can't do it, and so I just have to run in silence and focus on my breathing. And I mean, it helped, but
So for me, I like to run with songs that have like a build-up verse and then like a solid chorus, and like I run with it. So like I'll run with the chorus, slowly building up, and then the chorus will drop. Or sorry, run with the verse, and then the chorus will drop, and then I just have a burst of speed during the chorus.
yeah.
And then I plateau a little bit from there, and then I keep like going up slowly with like a slight decrease, and it just helps to go
Nice.
quicker. And then also I use music to judge time. So
Yeah.
like I'll have like a 3-minute song and another 3-minute song, so I'll know at the end of this song I should be about halfway or pretty close, and then by the end of these 2 songs I should be done with a mile, kind of thing.
I need to find songs
So-
that have the same beat as my like running pace, because like I have a walking tune. I have like walking tunes playlist, but that's just for like normal walking along, and so I tried it for my running and it wasn't as good. But yeah.
I think the best thing I did was when I was deployed in Kuwait, every Wednesday morning we would have a 5K. And so I set up it was optional. You didn't have to do it.
Oh, okay, cool.
But so I would do it, and that would be like how I kept my cardio in, is because I tried to just do better and better every week, so I'd have to at least kind of practice it. But I wound up setting up just a 5K playlist of songs that really got me going, that were like fast paced, and I had it put together perfectly. Actually, I think I still have it on my phone even, to where like the songs would equal to right around the time that I want to be done with the 5K. So
Nice.
I knew like I just had the playlist, and that was it.
Nice.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, it was 3:37, like a 4-minute song. Yeah, I think it was right around like 21 minutes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because that'd be about 4.
My fastest 5K I think was 1950. I think.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long ass time ago. There's no like
You missed a
residual skills at all from that time.
Jesus Christ.
There's like, oh god, I was in shape, man. Now I'm all fat. Not really, but I'm out of shape. I remember it got to a point my senior year where I could actually run and talk with people, and it was like, this is the peak of my physique.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was counting the things. It was 22 minutes.
nice.
But yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
Let's see.
Wait, was it? Oh, no, it wasn't. No, because I added this song later, because it didn't even come out when I was doing 5K. It was less than that. It was right around 20 minutes.
Nice.
That would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
'Cause I know towards the end of it, I was actually finishing before my playlist was up. So that means I was
Oh.
probably sitting close to you, for being honest.
Nice.
But I was also like 30 pounds lighter, so...
Mm-hmm. Now you have more muscle and you're 30 pounds heavier? or-
Sure.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I think I do have more muscle than them, but it's not where that 30 pounds all came from. Maybe
Nice.
like 3. It's fine.
I have kept like a homeostasis for the past 5 years. I've been like either 175 or 180, and no matter what I eat or what I do, I just continue to stay in that area, and it's really funny.
Bullshit.
I know. I did develop a bit of a gut, and like I looked at a picture of myself, like comparing it to when I first got to college, and when I think it was probably my senior year, or no, not my senior year. It was like I think it was just a year later. Like I was boxier. I could tell like I was more of a square, and it was like, oh, I'm fat now. And in that same time, my brother also grew like 5 feet, and like he's taller than me now. He's so tall. It pisses me off because he's so tall now, and I used to be the tallest, and it sucks. But I'm taller than my sister still, so that's okay.
It still gets me that you have a sister because
It still gets everybody that I have a sister.
It's just like,
it's because she was never.
She doesn't exist.
It's because
She
shout
doesn't
out to
exist.
Brienne. She doesn't listen to this. I don't know if she even knows that I have a podcast, but
Does she even know she have a brother?
of course. But no, she's like 12 years older than me. So by the time I was 12, she was in college, and like, is she 12 years older than me? Yeah, she's got 3 kids now.
That's intense.
Actually, she has 5 now.
Wait, was she at your wedding?
Yeah,
Are you sure? Because I didn't.
I'm
see
positive.
A
Yeah, her
female tent.
and her husband.
I need to see a picture.
Yeah, but yeah, you can find her on my Facebook. But
Yeah.
she was married, had 3 kids, then divorced, and then has a new husband, and that guy had 2.
What's her name?
Brienne. I don't know if I should be sorry, Brienne. I don't know if I should be releasing
know
your
her-
personal life onto this,
I
but
don't know her last name since it's not yours.
it's you just look on my Facebook page, you'll find it. But
That's so hard.
I do. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. But
Just let me look you up.
So now she has 5 boys, and it's like, holy crap, Brienne, you're gonna be. Whew. But good for you.
Right.
I want boys
No.
someday, and girls. I want 4 kids, but I don't think Megan will let us.
It's his family members. All you have is Dawson.
Well, search the name in my friends.
Oh my God. What if you have a lot of friends?
I do. I have like 500 and something. Somebody sent me a message on Facebook, and he's one of my friends, but I don't talk to him, and I barely know who he even is. And I was like, "Did you get hacked?" And he's like, "No, I sent it." I was like, "Oh." But it was like, have you ever seen that video where like it's a story about
A girl.
no, an
They cry the river
atheist.
and
Shut
drown
up!
their
It's a
whole-
story about an atheist who's
Okay.
like trying to convince people that God doesn't exist,
Oh.
and like he is like, if God exists, then he'll stop this chalk from falling. And one day a student stands up when he does this, and the chalk like falls through his
That?
sleeve. And no, not even close. That is not Brian. But no, you all
Oh.
listening know what I'm talking about. But he sent me that, and I was just like, "Why did you send me this?" And he was just like, "I sent it to everybody." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It was really weird. But
Is that her?
that's her. There you go.
She did zoom in on her face. Oh, typical Kent.
She's only half me, so
Oh, really?
yeah. She came from my dad's previous marriage.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know your parents weren't like not together at one point.
Yeah, they both were. And then they met and had me, and now here we are. Isn't that weird how stuff works? What are you doing?
Trying to compare you two. Move the mic a little bit. so
She
I can
looks
see.
more. She looks more like my dad.
Your dad is like old.
Well, yeah, but like I'm saying
It's
that,
really hard to
I'm
tell what your
saying
dad
that-
looks
okay,
like.
she doesn't look like my dad. She's got. I don't know.
Smile. Away from the mic. like you mean
Oh
it,
my-
Kent.
I am.
There you go. Ah! I don't know why you do that with your eyes.
Do
Actually,
what?
You kind of look like the other girl with the eyes.
Oh my god. No, but she just reminds me of my dad because
Who's Paul Tenhaken?
I have no idea who that is. Is that a Facebook
Well,
friend of mine? Let's not name any more names from.
No, it's
Oh,
she was like,
For
I'm with
mayor?
Paul
That-
Tenhaken for mayor.
that
on
must be
May
from
1.
like the town she's in that I'm not going to name because I've already given enough personal information about my sister onto the internet. Let's find a new topic.
Ooh, who's this?
Oh, that's Zach Brown. wait. Never mind.
Oh, Brown Zach.
Caught me off guard. Sorry about that. If Anyway, whatever. Shout out to Zach. What's up, bro? I miss that guy. He was in a class in K-State with me. He's pretty cool. He was in the same
Nice.
like design classes as I was. I don't know what he's doing now. I think he wished me happy birthday, which was nice.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, he was cool. Okay, new topic. Let me think.
I kind of want to look at all your friends now.
Old topic. I'm gonna circle back
Oh.
to the game thing, like playing games,
Uh-huh.
because that would not be a bad idea. I would not mind doing that. There would be a whole process though. We'd have to like we'd have to get a couple cameras, and we'd have to make it watchable.
I have a camera, too.
Okay, there's 2 cameras. We would need like
Mine's only 1080p, though.
if we want. That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, what else would it be?
4K?
Oh fuck! I don't have money for that. I think mine's 1082, but like
This is 4K.
1080 also. Is that 4K?
I'm pretty sure.
The world's moving too fast.
I know the screen is. for
Apparently,
sure.
you can't put a video on Netflix unless it's 4K. It's like a requirement to have 4K for
Is
Netflix.
it now?
What?
Is it now?
If you want to like submit a video to Netflix and have them publish it, it has to be 4K.
Gotcha.
So, but anyway, we would have to get like a camera for the game board.
Mm-hmm.
We would have to get a camera for like our faces. We could make it a live stream, since that's getting popular. We could do a live stream on YouTube, or we could do a live stream on Twitch, or both, or whatever. But yeah, it would take a little bit to put together, and honestly, I probably wouldn't consider it until I'm at least out of school. But yeah. Are you just searching through all my friends now? Okay, good.
I'm done now, yeah.
I don't know.
I saw one of my friends, and I was like, oh, we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
And then I Facebook stalked him. It's fine. It's over.
Yeah.
Hey,
Speaking of, I haven't seen him in a while. Oh my god, like, so, am I gonna talk? He's one of those good people that like. I'm gonna talk about you. What's his last name? It was.
Why would you say it out loud?
Sorry. Welcome to the Name Drop Podcast, where I drop all the names of all of our friends on Facebook.
I'll slowly try to stop him, and he just piles right.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bleep out all the names. Don't worry. I'll write myself a note. I'll bleep it all out. Okay.
Just do a whoopsie.
Yeah. So, changing the subject. I'll tell you later. Never mind.
Can't leave.
You're right. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
See, the thing is, I think it's because you're talking into the top of the mic and I'm talking into the side. So,
I'm
yeah,
talking
that's the
inside
problem.
my-
That's what I'm doing. You come up with the subject now. I've already ruined this podcast.
I pick up Call of Duty, the new one. I don't even care which one it is. It's just a.
Black Ops 4.
Is
and
it? Okay.
I only know that because I look at game news and I
Oh.
don't like Call of Duty. So,
Well, I pick it up this Friday.
what's the appeal for Call of Duty with you? Because I
the
hate it.
zombies, Really. And
Okay,
then
that's the.
I don't like doing the online stuff. I really just like doing the
'Cause you suck.
campaign, and I heard that there's no campaign in this one. And I
Oh, are
was
you
like,
serious?
Yeah, that's what Sam said.
That's weird.
So I'm not sure how much I'll like it, but
I can't. I can't stand games that just pump out game after game that are all the same thing, and that's part of the reason I fell out of love with Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
I used to
really?
be a huge Assassin's Creed fan. Like I got Revelations was my first one, and I loved it. And I was like, I gotta get every game. And so I got Assassin's Creed 3. I've got like a 2-in-1 with the first one in Brotherhood.
I have that for Uncharted.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I also got 2. Like I have all of them. I haven't played 1, 2, or Brotherhood, but I got all of them up until Revelations. Or wait, was it Revelations? Not Revelations.
Black Flag.
Syndicate.
Oh.
I got Unity.
Damn, there's way more than I thought there was.
Oh yeah, there's a ton more. I even missed one in between, like Assassin's Creed Rogue. I had no idea they even released that, and it was like in between 3 and Black Flag, I think. But Black Flag was the best one for me. But once it got to Unity, there was a game-breaking quest bug. Like I was in the middle of trying to complete a quest, and I was in the spot that I was supposed to be, and I looked it up, and I like watched videos on it, and I was like, yeah, it's right here. And I couldn't fix it. I restarted it. I updated it. Didn't work. So I stopped playing it. I haven't been able to pick it up since. And then I got Syndicate because it looked badass, because it was during the Revolutionary, or not the Revolutionary War, the Industrial Revolution
Okay.
in Great Britain, and they had like trains and stuff, and I was like, oh man, that looks so
Oh,
cool.
trains.
I know, it was awesome, and I played it for an hour and never picked it up again because I was just like, I'm bored. I don't want to play it anymore. Then Origins came out and everybody loved it, I think, and then Odyssey is coming out, and
We should play Super Mario Party together
Super Mario Party would be cool. Yeah, like on this or just like together.
on the
Either
Switch.
way, yeah.
Because I have,
The new one came out, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. I don't have it yet, but I could get it. I have one,
That'd be fun.
2, 3, 4 controllers
Oh, nice.
right now, so that'd be 4 people.
That would be fun.
And then on
Be
top
you,
of
me,
that,
Megan, and
Megan again.
we don't have any other friends in this town.
Oh, sad.
It's very
I
sad.
think I do, but I'm not sure how many of them would be willing to be on the podcast.
You wouldn't want to do it on a podcast?
No, I said I don't know how many of them would be willing to just jump on a
Yeah, I
podcast.
don't know. We could get like Sammy. Sammy's the only
That's what I was
name we're
thinking.
comfortable with dropping.
Right. Oh yeah, only name.
No, I mean, I'm not comfortable with all the other names I've dropped. But
If
yeah.
not, by November I'll have a 5th controller too,
Nice.
because
I-
I'm getting Pokemon Let's Go Eevee bundle with the Pokeball Plus, which also works as a controller, so I can get the Mew for free. Eat.
Neat. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not as interested in Pokemon as you are.
That's fine,
Yeah.
cause fuck you.
No, like I got super into Go, but like everybody else, I fell off of it and haven't played it for 2 years.
So, I'm not sponsored by a Nintendo or Game Freak, or Pokemon,
God, I wish.
right?
Money,
They actually have popularity.
It'd be super fun.
But it looks fun. It looks like they have Pokemon in the overworld that appear.
Mhm.
They move around in the overworld too. You have to like chase them down to actually encounter them, or they'll try and chase you down. Some of it's like similar to the game. So like with Abra, you have to sneak up behind it because if it sees you, it'll teleport away and stuff like that. Your Pokemon follow you, so that's cool. I miss that.
Nice.
But they got rid of Pokemon battles with wild Pokemon only. So now it's just catching like as it is in Pokemon Go.
Oh, that's weird.
And then you still fight trainers with regular battling.
Mhm.
It looks good. It looks good.
My biggest issue with Pokemon Go when it came out, other than the fucking game breaking, crashing, and
All the time. The server's just being
every
trashed.
time, it was just like, wow, is this worth it? And it was for a while. But my biggest issue was we couldn't battle like players.
Oh, 1v1.
Like I couldn't walk up to you and be like, I want to battle you, and then
Yeah.
it would. And I don't know why they wouldn't implement that, because that was that was announced, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cool, I can battle people, and then they can't, and they still can't. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still no.
Which is stupid.
Which is stupid. I think they're still trying to work on maybe fixing that and adding that in.
I hope so.
Like another big thing was trading, and they put in trading into the games too.
Oh, they did put trading in the
Yeah.
games. That's cool. See, that's
So-
another thing. Like, those are two major things for Pokemon with me, and then they didn't do it, and I was like, oh wow.
Yep. But I don't know. I'd still suggest you jump back into Pokemon Go because it's way better of a game now.
Yeah.
Like they have research tasks, they have things going on like all the time. Like right now, I'm just gonna open it up. Right now, they have like a psychic event, so where there's like a bunch of psychic Pokemon appearing more frequently, which is great because I didn't have a Hypno, and so I was able to catch a bunch of Drowsy to get a Hypno, and then I also caught a bunch of cross-dressing Raltses to turn them into Gardevoir. And that was nice. But they also added weather. Oh, see, like right now, there's a wild Slowbro just right there in the parking lot. And it won't let me click him.
You're too far away.
No, it's because it hasn't. Yeah. my
Oh man,
GPS.
that screen brings me back, Muro. That was such a good time.
Look at him. Hi, I'm
He's so,
Derpy. Whoa,
he's so stupid looking.
strong as fuck.
I love Slowbro. He's funny. He's a
Alright,
goober.
rip Slowbro, you're about to get caught. But yeah, so they added weather. So like each weather, not only
Oh, it's
boosts.
cloudy.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, dude.
Oh yeah, they also updated the graphics too. I forgot to mention that.
I could
Um,
never do the twist move, the spin throw.
Neither can Bryce. I actually had to
It
log on
sucks.
my phone with his account so I could get him an excellent throw because he couldn't do it.
It sucks, dude. It's hard.
Oh yeah, got a slow bro.
Didn't even leave your couch.
Oh no, there's like a Pokestop where I live, so I just
That's
sit here.
bullshit. That's such
I
bullshit.
spin the Pokestop when I run out of items, and my cat gets near me, and that's it.
Oh my god. I wonder if Chapel Ridge has a Pokestop. I should probably check that.
Oh, like every church has a Pokestop.
Chapel Ridge is a apartment
I
complex.
realize that now. Yes.
Okay.
The fact that it sounds like a church should open
You're
its
right.
eyes.
I understand. Yeah, you're totally right. But
Yeah, and then they also have gyms, and they put shiny Pokemon in. So like this person put in a shiny Gyarados.
people were so happy.
So,
Do you remember that?
yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
I wish we were always like that.
That guy has a green Dragonite in there.
Oh, nice. I didn't know there could be other colors.
Yeah, that's the shiny versions.
Oh,
They just
of
did that.
course.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, duh.
How stupid of me.
How did I forget? Shiny equals green.
Oh, God.
No, but the cool thing about the weather is like not only does it change depending on what it actually is outside. So like right now it's
You
rainy.
probably get more water Pokemon during that time.
Yeah, during rain it boosts not only the power of water and electric and bug, but it also increases their spawn rates. So
That's
like you'll see a
cool.
bunch of random water Pokemon that you probably don't see in electric types and bug types. And because they have the weather boost, they'll pop up stronger. So like that Slowbro was super likely to appear because he's a water type during the rain, but then they also have the psychic event going on, and he's water and psychic. And
Right.
So yeah, and that's why he was so strong too. He was like at 1780 something for his CP, which is pretty good.
In like 2 more years, that game's gonna be amazing. Like I'm sure it's amazing now, but like it's gonna be even better. That's
They
so
just released a trailer that they're gonna drop the 4th generation Pokemon in
nice.
soon,
That's
which
exciting.
is great because they had some of the best designs in that generation.
Nice.
Yeah, get back into it.
Maybe.
You also have friends.
Oh, can you now?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So like for
Wow,
a
there's a
while
lot of
there,
stuff.
I just had Bryce and Sam as my friends, and you could send each other gifts. And the gifts have items in it, and the more you send each other gifts or the more you trade with each other, it increases your friendship. And
Oh.
then when you do
So sweet.
when you battle gyms together, or if you battle in raid battles, which is another thing that's different too. They have raid battles at gyms. So like
I don't even remember any of that, so
yeah.
I'll take your word
Well,
for
no,
it.
no. They added that.
Mm.
So now to get certain legendary Pokemon, they'll make it a raid battle.
Oh.
There's like a 1 through 5 star. 5 star is a legendary. Everything less is just easier and easier Pokemon. So like some 1-star battles are just with like a Magikarp, which is still nice because those are hard to find. But then you might get like a 4-star battle with like a Tyranitar or something like that. And then the 5 stars are whatever legendary they're doing that month. So when I first joined back in, it was a Reggie Ice was the 5-star legendary. But
Did they totally do away with the tracking?
no, they made it better.
Did they make it better? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so now not only is there tracking that shows you the Pokemon nearby, but now it shows you at which Pokestop they're near.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
I just
And if
remember.
there's-
I remember.
Trying to track it and failed.
I had a mutual friend. I almost said his name.
His full name and social.
Yeah. God damn it! I have to edit that now. But no, so he was like super good at using their old tracking system, and he would use it, and like he was good at it. That's all I wanted to say. He was good at using the
Oh.
tracking system, and it was a garbage tracking system too.
Well, the first one that came out was good. Like the one that opened with the game was actually usable.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the other ones just became nonsense.
It was
And
a
no matter what
fucking
you did,
mystery.
they looked the same. And then also with the slow servers, you would think you're going the right way, then all of a sudden it'd be like, nope, you're going the wrong way the whole
Just
time.
kidding. You passed it 10 minutes
He's
ago.
completely vanished.
Yeah, I guess that would make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still do the footprints though?
No, not anymore. Like I
Okay.
said, now they just have the Pokemon, and in the background it has a picture of the Pokestop, so you
Oh.
know where to go. But now you can click on it and hit track,
Mhm.
and it'll make a beacon to the Pokestop that you need to go to, and make a little path for you, so you know how to get there.
Okay.
So
I made a lot of new friends during that period. A lot of randos that I will probably never talk to ever again.
there's still a lot of people that play.
Oh yeah, apparently. How many concurrent people are playing all the time?
How do you check that? Just on like Google Play?
You could probably just
Google it?
Google
Okay.
concurrent players for Pokemon Go. If it's like 1 million people a day. That would be amazing. I doubt it's that though. I bet it's somewhere around long lines of like 500,000.
This one.
The only mobile game that I am still into, and it's on my Switch technically, but it started out as a mobile game, was Fallout Shelter. That's a super fun game. But
Number of Pokemon Go monthly active users is 65 million.
no shit,
But
really?
that was last updated in June of 2017, so June last year.
That's not
So,
bad.
I mean, even if you cut that in half, that's still right around 30 million. But that's also worldwide, so.
Oh, well, that's fine. Concurrent people. Wow, that's holy shit.
But to put it in perspective, like I caught a
I think it was the Reggie Ice again, right here in my parking lot, and I was just playing because there's a Pokestop right here, there's a Pokestop right there, and then there's 2 gyms on the other end of my parking lot,
Right.
and one of them had the legendary raid, so I went in there and I was just driving around. And I was like, I can't take down the legendary Pokemon by myself. And these people stopped me because they just saw me playing on my phone, and they were like, hey, you should do a raid battle with us. There was 13 of us in that raid battle,
Oh
just
my
in my
God.
little parking lot. And I was like, okay, all right,
Nice.
let's take it out.
Ugh,
And we did.
nice. What
So-
did you take out?
I'm pretty sure it was a Reggie Ice.
Oh.
But
See,
like,
you said those words, and my brain didn't register it as
yeah,
a.
it was
as
like a
Pokemon.
third generation legendary.
Okay.
It's literally just like a giant iceberg thing that's like,
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Those ones were hard to get in the games. Like when they first came out,
Hmm.
you had to know Braille to know how to unlock it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like it would give you a little sign thingy where like it would have dots and then not colored dots to like so you could press in and then read it with Braille.
Right.
And I was like, who the fuck knows Braille? This is like a kid's game.
I mean,
Blind people don't play
yeah, I was about
this.
to say, like, I don't
Piece
think
of shit.
I don't think blind people are gonna know. Where,
I still remember
yeah.
like looking up how to get them, and when I started reading that it was in Braille, I was like, okay, so this is fake, and just stopped looking it up. Because like little kid me was still not a naive piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're not getting me, internet.
Braille. What even is that?
Yeah, I was like, what even is Braille? Like, it just didn't make any sense.
That's funny.
Stupid.
I never got into the Pokemon games. Had a lot of cards though. I still have like binders full of Pokemon cards.
If I let you borrow my 3DS in the newest Pokemon game, would you try?
I will try it, but I probably won't like get into it. But yeah, sure.
Okay, I might do that because I mean I have no reason to play right now anyway.
Okay.
I might not give you the newest one because you'd have to start a new save profile.
I've played
Well, I might be able to. I can move into my Pokemon bank and then let you restart.
I don't even know what all that
It's
is.
like a cloud saving where you can put all your
Sure.
Pokemon from all your different games into it.
Oh, neat.
Just allow it. Oh, cool.
Oh, great.
Wow,
I think
lit.
I played. Oh, I know. I played Pokemon Red on like the old ass one. Yeah, on an
Yeah.
emulator on my phone in like high school. And I was like, oh yeah, this is Pokemon, and I know the gist of it. I know how to play it. It's just like, you walk around, you collect Pokemon, you go fight the gym leaders, whatever.
So that's the beauty of this newer game is that they got rid of the gym leaders.
Oh really?
Not this newest one that's coming out, but the one that came out before this.
Right.
This is set in Hawaii,
Mhm.
and in this one, it's before they had a Pokemon League established yet.
Oh, it's like a
Like
it's like a prequel to everything.
Not a prequel. It's
Oh.
just like a new place, and they're trying to establish a Pokemon League there.
Oh, okay.
So you're going through onto these different islands, and you do different trials, and they're actually really hard. Some of them, because
Oh,
like
yeah.
when you fight them, you fight like a totem Pokemon,
Mhm.
and so the Pokemon is bigger than usual, and they get like an aura around them that boosts some of their stats, and then they're able to call in allies randomly, and you're just like, what the fuck? And like it was actually pretty challenging. And then the end of the game of the one that I was going to let you borrow, you have a legendary Pokemon who fuses with another legendary Pokemon, so he's already strong. You beat him, and then he essentially mega evolves, and then he becomes Ultra Necrozma, and so then it's like an amped up one that was literally one-shotting my Pokemon at that point. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And I had no idea what type he was. Because, like, I just remember his old typing from the old games. Because they did, like, Sun and Moon, and they did Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And so like I was like, okay, well in this game he was just a psychic type, but now I have no idea what the fuck he was because he fused with this guy and then he evolved. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? He wound up being like psychic and dragon, which was terrible.
Dragon types, man.
Oh,
How
God.
many Pokemon types are there now?
There's 17, I think now.
Holy
or,
shit.
No, 18.
What?
Yeah.
Man, last time I checked, like, I know I've seen the new ones, I think, but, like, last time I checked, it was water, fire, grass, psychic, trying to think,
Electric,
electric,
bug,
bug,
flying, normal,
flying, and what was that one?
normal.
Normal? What's normal?
Just normal ones like Snorlax, Chansey,
Oh, interesting.
the ghost types.
Ghost types, yeah, 9. Okay, so I guess there's not that
There's-
much more. There's like a fairy type now, isn't there?
There's fairy, steel, and dark are the only ones you missed rock and ground too.
Rock and ground
And
aren't
ice.
the same thing.
Nope,
Oh wow.
silly.
Right. You silly Billy.
No, like it is silly that it's not the same.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But yeah, you missed rock, ground, ice.
Yeah, I'm a total basic Pokemon.
Yeah, it started off
thing.
at 15, and then the second generation, they're like, holy shit, Psychic is so overpowered. Until they introduced Steel and Dark. Dark, which was completely useful against Psychic. Like, it was immune to Psychic attacks and was super effective against them.
Mhm.
And then they also had the Steel type, which was resisted Psychic attacks and was just a powerhouse type because it was so defensive. And then as the generations progressed, they added too many dragon types, and the dragons were like super powerful, and they were only weak to other dragons or ice types.
What Pokemon is a dragon type but shouldn't be a dragon type? Charizard isn't a dragon type, is he? He's a fire type.
Yeah.
Who's
But he does have a mega evolution that makes him a dragon type.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's actually really cool. I think you'd like it.
I think
Especially
I
the mega
actually have
evolutions.
seen that. He looks like
The mega well,
lot.
Charizard got too much fan service and got 2. So there's one where there's Mega Charizard Y, which is just what you'd expect Charizard would turn into, which is just like a bigger, cooler looking version of himself,
right.
and that keeps his fire and flying. But then there's Charizard X, which turns like black and gets flames growing out of his mouth, and that's the dragon
Oh
and fire.
jeez.
Yeah.
Was the Oh, I know which one it was. It was the one that looks like a palm tree. That's a dragon type, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Executor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is he a dragon type now? What the fuck?
I don't know why they made him dragon. No, that's my answer. But in the new games, they gave Alolan forms, which is set in Alola, which Alola is the Hawaii region.
Right.
And so the way they described it was just regional variants of Pokemon. So there's certain ones that adapt to their new climate. So
Right.
Executor was one. They changed Vulpix and Ninetales, which was super cool. They made them go from fire to instead now they're ice and fairy types.
Oh yeah, I
which
did
is
see a couple of those.
super OP. My favorite looking one was, and also one that I'm going to use in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, is Sandshrew and Sandslash changed too. So now they're ice and steel types. So that was pretty dope. Like instead on their back, it basically looks just like a regular Sandslash or Sandshrew, but now they're blue.
Mhm.
And the Sandshrew one looks adorable because instead of like sand, looks like an igloo when he curls up.
Mhm.
And then the Sandslash has just giant icicles on his back, on top of being blue, and his claws are metal.
I remember seeing the weasel that looks like Donald Trump.
Oh God, yeah.
Everybody loved that guy.
He was like, "Make Pokemon great again." I loved it.
Oh my god, that was in like 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's when
Oh,
those games
man.
came out too.
2 years is not. That's wow.
This felt like forever, didn't it?
The other day, Megan and I were like, there's another name drop. Megan and I were like, we've been here for a year, and I was like, whoa, we have been here for a year.
I've been here for 6 months already.
And then I got a notification on my phone. It was a memory. I posted something to Facebook a year ago, and it was a picture of Assassin's Creed Black Flag for the Xbox 360. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, right. I was mugged, or not mugged. I was robbed a year ago. And Facebook just reminded me how shitty Salina is. But it's just like, hey, remember when this shitty thing happened to you? And I was like,
I
thanks,
tried to forget.
It's like, thank you, Facebook. Thank you for reminding me that I don't want to be here. But I don't know if I've told this story. I probably have. I got robbed. I definitely told this story. I got robbed. My pickup got broken into. And by broken into, I mean they opened the door, trashed my pickup, and took all my change. But they also left me Assassin's Creed Black Flag for the Xbox 360. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Thanks, guys. I don't have an Xbox 360, but whatever. And then they did it again, and I was like, fuck, I need to start locking my car. And then the car next to me got their window broken into, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not locking my car. I'll just take everything out of my car and whatever. And then people are like, well, what if they hotwire it? And I'm like, if they want my pickup that bad, fine, take it. Insurance will get me a new pickup. But like, I hate Salina so much. Every time I go out and drive, I'm reminded of how much I hate Salina because people don't know how to drive in this town.
That's still probably the worst part.
I was driving 20 miles an hour here for part of the way. Are there any 20-mile-an-hour roads between here and my house, Sal?
I don't think so.
No, they're all 30
or 40
and 40, and nobody drove that. And I was like, what is happening? I got to 2 green lights, and nobody was going. I got there, and I was like, why aren't you people moving? And everybody was just standing still, and I was like, what's happening? I was there for like a full 5 seconds, which like doesn't sound like a lot,
but driving
and the fact that Salina's green lights are like that quick, I was like, we're gonna miss this green light. And as the last car in front of me crossed the intersection, it turned yellow, and I was like, motherfucker, you better move. And but no, that happens like almost on a daily basis when I go out driving Salina, that means that, damn it, I'm trying to speak softer, but whatever.
Yeah, you're getting excited.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it happens to me every time I go out and drive, and it's a different person every time. So that just tells me that it's a regional thing.
Yeah, no, it's a culture here.
It's a culture to be a bad driver. And people still get in, like, people drive slow, but they still get into wrecks. There was a wreck for the turn lane for Chapel Ridge just like 2 days ago. Like, somebody just T-boned somebody, and I was like, how do you do that? You're just stop and look.
You're going like 5 over or 500.
Yeah, it's just but no.
You know, I don't think I've mentioned.
What?
I've been watching this show called Manifest.
I think you have mentioned that.
Did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
Well,
I think you told me that I should watch it, but like,
yeah,
say it again.
Episode 3 just aired, and it was good. Still, so
remind me for the 3rd time what that's about.
These people, the flight is overbooked.
That's yep. Okay,
and it's
I already
like,
know what it is. Yep.
Yeah, and it's not by like Delta, so don't get beat up for it. They just get sent to the future 5 years because United.
Because this is Delta Airlines, and life is a fucking nightmare.
Trademark.
Please tell me you've seen John Mulaney.
I haven't seen that yet.
You can good. Oh God.
Oh, I miss those times when they were beating people up left and right.
Oh yeah.
People were just like
about that.
People were just like, welcome to Delta.
It was United that was doing that.
I thought it was Delta.
No, Delta's just shitty, but United was the one that was like beating people up.
I could have sworn it was Delta.
Maybe, but I just remember United being the one where they dragged that Asian guy off of the flight and like they smacked his face on an armchair or an armchair, the arm of one of the chairs. But yeah, that was United. I haven't been on a flight in a while. When's the last time I flew?
Oh yeah, it was United.
I can't remember. I can't remember when I flew last. That's sad. I need to go on another flight. Flying is fun. Even though I sleep for most of the time because, you know, death is right around the corner when you're 10,000 feet in the air.
All right, I'm looking up the United Airline memes. There's one of Negan.
There's a Negan with a bat on United.
How may I help you?
Oh, it's October.
Yeah.
When does When does The Walking
It
Dead
already
come?
started. It started this Sunday.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I need to watch that. I
Yeah.
have not been paying attention.
The worst part is that I have no way to watch it, right?
Internet,
Like,
you can
not
watch
on
it.
subscribe. Yeah, but like, so much
I'll
work.
send you the link to a good website that's got HD stuff that I totally don't pirate from.
Trademark.
It's not pirating. It's illegal streaming.
So I just watch reactors watch it, so I get the gist of the episode.
I need to.
And so that's what I actually did today on my lunch break.
So it's just like with Marvel. We're back to pop culture again. We always come back to this. It's just like with Marvel. I'm already 19 into it. I'm already too deep into it to be mad. Or like I can be mad. Like right now, honestly, and I might catch flack for this from our 10 subscribers. The Walking Dead it's gotten slow and bad.
True.
It's gotten slow and bad by this point. Like I loved it at first, and then season 2 was bad. Like I enjoyed it at the time, but looking at it with a critical eye, season 2 is where it all started going downhill. Because they were on that farm for fucking ever.
It wasn't even the farm that got me. It was them staying on the highway looking for her fucking daughter for forever.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
part
I
that
get
got
it, but
me.
it's like you can tell that there are budget cuts. There's a
Yeah.
video on YouTube that talks about where Walking Dead went wrong, and it was immediately like season 2. It was just bad.
I will say, Fear the Walking Dead was great.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was like what I actually wanted out of The Walking Dead.
Because see,
It showed it from the beginning.
I don't even remember where I am with that. Like I started it and I couldn't keep going. I had too much of a sour taste in my mouth with The Walking Dead.
For me, I stopped for a little bit after they got onto a boat into the ocean, because that was really weird.
I think that's yeah.
I was not like
That's
I was
where
like
I
this
am.
is kind of boring.
And they send the kid onto land for a while or something. I don't know.
He just does it.
They go to Mexico or
yeah.
some
The
shit.
Mexico part is where like it was like really like rough.
And have they
But I
connected with
powered through it.
Have they connected with Morgan yet?
Yeah, and then I guess Morgan became the lead character, and the rest of the characters all died.
They needed help.
And I was like, "Fuck them, Jesus!"
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I was like, I liked Fear the. I would have rather had it be like Fear the Walking Dead, and then Walking Dead
Yeah.
was them still alive, but they created their own survivor community,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was Rick's group. And they
Here's
kind
what
of worked.
Here's what I would like to see from The Walking Dead, and I know it's not going to happen, but here's what I'd like to see. I would like to see a couple things. One, either there's like a zombie mutation or something, or a walker mutation, where you start seeing more intelligent walkers, walkers that don't decay as fast, maybe walkers that can like speak, something.
I would like to see ones that could run.
That would be cool.
It'd be terrifying.
That would be a cool twist, and it would be awesome. Or I'd like to see all of them die out and the world like start to rebuild again
That'd be cool too.
or something. But right now, I'm bored out of my mind. And the season finale for the last season was stupid because they slit Negan's throat, but oh no, we can save him. And it's like, wait a minute, how the fuck?
He was bleeding out for far too long.
He was
before
bleeding
that
out for far
doctor-
too long from his jugular.
Yeah,
and
before
it's
the
like,
doctor even showed up to start helping him.
It's like you're in the middle of post-apocalyptic Georgia or Virginia. I'm not clear on that.
They're
They're
not
near
in Georgia
DC.
anymore. Yeah, they're way closer to DC now.
But whatever. They're like in post-apocalyptia, and there's no like. It's stupid.
No, I agree. So like it hurt to watch because I fell behind obviously when I got deployed, and then when I came back, you guys still weren't like watching it. So like I got 2 seasons behind, and so after moving here, I won't say I powered through, but I forced myself to slowly get through season 7, and then slowly get through season 8, and then I got all caught up. And season 8 just came out too on Netflix, so that's how I finished that.
Right. Yeah. I guess I should have known.
It felt like a chore.
It did. It really did. Like it felt like a chore to like look it up every week and be like, I guess I'll watch it now. But I want to see how it ends, if it ends. And I've heard that they're going for 12 seasons.
Oh, I heard they got canceled.
Oh, really? Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
You're right.
'cause of all the lawsuits.
My info is outdated. They're losing Rick. They're losing Maggie. I think they're losing Michonne too. And it's like,
Good for her, though.
I don't know that for sure, but like,
Well, I thought it was because of all the lawsuits that it wasn't profitable anymore.
oh, there's lawsuits?
Yeah, from like all the writers or something. They were pissed off that they weren't getting paid as much as they should have been. I don't remember all the legality parts of it, but I remember one of the parts being they're not getting paid for like the Talking Dead, even though it's an offshoot of the Walking Dead, and it's something like in their contracts that any property, blah blah blah, that profits off of the Walking Dead, they get profits so much of too. But they're trying to claim that it's not, and so they're suing like AMC themselves.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's not just like one person; it's like a bunch of different people all suing.
I had no idea.
Not like
that was going
actors,
on.
but like writers and
So
directors.
basically, it's spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And AMC's like, fuck you, money grab, blah, blah, blah.
money, 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 money.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I need to read the comic books.
I just want to know how it starts.
How the disease Yeah, I want to know like the origin of the disease. It just shows up. That's
I
boring.
legit heard that it was aliens.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be badass. I tried to write a book that was kind of like that.
Aliens?
Yeah, that was like, it was a long ass time. It was in high school. I even finished it and started writing the second book, but it was all shit. But I had like, so I tied it to that meteor that crashed in Russia a few years back.
Oh,
And so I had it like that was actually like a pod from an alien planet. Like they had created a vaccine to cure death. But it went wrong and caused zombies or whatever, and so they shot it into space and it landed on Earth, and then it was like seeping into Earth from that lake that the meteor crashed in, and then like 90 plus years later, in like 2095,
it just kind of happened.
it like turns on, like it has like a biological clock, and it turns on, and everybody's got it at this point since it's spread around the world unbeknownst to everybody, and people also get like superpowers from it.
Oh.
Yeah, like the concept, badass, I thought, but I wasn't a good writer at the time, so like
Sorry.
it was bad. But no. So anyway,
I was thinking about writing a book. I don't know if I ever told you, like,
Probably
how
not.
I feel like I could fly. Like, not like
sounds
fly airplane, but like fly.
oh, okay.
The first time it really hit me was on senior trip when we went to the baseball game.
Okay.
And we walked up to the top of the baseball stadium, and I was looking over, and I was like, if I jumped right now, I could fly. Like, super scary thoughts,
Oh my
right?
god, yeah.
Because, like, I'm very conscious of, like, don't do it, idiot. But at the same time, my body's like, you could do it.
Do it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then it happened again when we toured the Dallas Stadium.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were walking down the steps. I was like, I could totally see myself just, like, jumping and then just gliding right down. Like, jumping off the ledge, and then the next set of steps, you know, that go
And you
down.
just
And me
whoosh.
just and staying right there, and then just taking off.
Yeah.
And then I literally saw myself, like, turning in midair and, like, having the Jumbotron behind me.
Glad you didn't.
Right? Just, what is he doing?
No. Oh.
But
Do you know how fucking famous you would be?
Oh, I'd be gone.
The
You guys wouldn't
first
see me ever
person-
again.
No, like if you actually flew.
Yeah, I know. I'd be gone. You guys would never see me again.
Oh,
I'd be
because
like, the government's gonna come get me. I'm outie.
You'd be famous. Like people wouldn't believe it either.
Yeah,
Like people would be like, "No, fly. It's just special effects."
but so I was thinking about writing a book to where it was just constantly following this person that has those thoughts,
And
and
then,
then
he
at
does
the
it.
end of the movie or at the end of the book, he finally jumps, but it just fades to black, so no one knows if he actually succeeded or not.
Oh,
Or if
interesting.
it was just a accidental suicide.
Oh my god.
And then I was gonna go off of that. If the book got enough acclaim, then I was gonna say he did do it, like he was able to fly,
Nice.
and then there was gonna be other people with powers too, and then it was
Dude.
gonna be
Do it.
like a quadrilogy. I just don't know the other two people. Well, I don't know.
Do it.
So it was him with powers, but then
Mhm.
simultaneously there was gonna be the next book was gonna be following a different person gaining their powers,
Mm-hmm.
and then another person, and then the fourth book is together.
Avengers.
Right? The
Do
only
it.
other person I had was an empath that
Mhm.
wound up being a psychiatrist because, duh.
Oh, what path?
An empath,
What's that?
like Mantis, where they could feel people's
Oh,
emotions.
okay.
But without Mantises having to touch them, they
Right.
would also be able to take away emotions to make them just like a hollow shell of somebody, or put in so much, similar to like Ghost Rider, how the pen and
Mhm.
stare works.
Right.
They would be like putting in so much like negative thoughts in their head that they would just commit suicide, kind of
Oh my
thing, or make them feel so happy that they're
Dude,
just,
you
like,
should
okay with
you
life.
should write it. You should just like pump out a draft whenever you can.
I'm not. the best writer. Like
That's okay. I know a guy who knows an editor, so.
Yeah, it'd be something where I'd give the ideas to people,
Hmm.
and then be like, "Do this, go." Also, that's trademarked, so no one steal that idea.
Nice. I had an idea for a game that isn't. I haven't abandoned this idea totally, but the original thought I had. It was a space traveling game, but it was more like it was a space traveling game.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you? Is it still picking me up?
yeah, that's good.
Okay.
But it was a space traveling game, and it's like you are traveling through space, and you're going to like different
Whoa.
planets, and you're doing stuff, and the whole time it's. Let me start from the beginning. So, your humanity in this idea for my game has discovered how to travel interstellar, how to like actually travel faster than the speed of light and like go like really really far. And so they send a guy out, and that's you. And they're like, get to the next local system, which is impossible. Right now, no matter how fast we can go, the universe, the galaxies are moving too far apart too quickly. That no matter how fast we're going, we will never reach like outside of our local system, which includes, I think, the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy. So, but the whole time, you're like, I'm going to do it. And every alien you cross is like, no, you can't. Like, it's impossible. Not even we can do it. And some aliens will be like, yeah, we can do it, but we've got, like, different kinds of bodies, so we're able to, like, travel even faster, and, like, we know how to make portals, but you can't pass through it because you would die. And, like, the whole time, the point of it is to, like, do it, even though people are telling you not to do it, which can be taken, like, in a negative or positive way. But the ending would have been, like, you just keep going, and that's the end of it, and you don't know whether or not you made it. But the fact that you're just
Still
continuing
going,
to get,
yeah.
and I thought there was something philosophical and deep about that, but I don't know that I don't really know about that anymore. But like,
It sounds like a cute little indie game.
yeah, it's definitely something I could like kind of make in my spare time maybe. But like, I from that idea, I have like a whole nother even bigger idea that I want to do, but I don't want to say it because I don't want anybody to steal it.
I remembered while you were talking, the comet thing from space made me want to tell you about a show that you should watch that caused like a alien apocalypse or a zombie apocalypse or whatever.
Is it? I don't know. Just tell me.
But then you mentioned, I forgot about it because then I started talking about other things too.
Oh.
And then you said Andromeda, and then it made me remember it again. You should watch the Andromeda Strain.
The Andromeda Strain?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
I
Is that like
I don't think it was a movie. I think it was like a 3-part miniseries.
Oh, okay.
But I think you could watch it as a movie now. It came out like when we were in like middle school. But it was essentially that, where like a strain of virus came down and it was killing people, and the scientists couldn't figure out why. They couldn't figure out how it's like they figured out that it came from outer space.
Oh, it's a 1971 film.
No, not that one.
Oh,
Then you-
well, I mean,
it's-
it's
yeah.
also. It's a novel by Michael Crichton.
I guess. I don't know.
might check that out. He's the guy that wrote Jurassic Park.
But it's really good. I'm not gonna spoil like how it all ends up. But it was
2008 TV series.
probably that. Yeah.
A reporter uncovers a government conspiracy when a deadly pathogen from a U.S. satellite spreads through Utah.
Yep.
Well, I will check that out.
It's really cool.
It's got people that I've never heard of but recognize.
I don't remember what the graphics and all that stuff look like. I just remember like the plot twist and like the sciencey part of it. Like the lore essentially was really good.
Yeah, it is a miniseries. How many episodes does it have?
I thought it was like 3.
Looks like 4.
Oh, so close.
Nice. I will watch that. Awesome.
It's good.
Yeah.
I just
What?
I want to spoil it, but I don't.
Don't spoil it.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Have you seen Westworld?
No, and I've heard too many mixed reviews to really get into it unless I have a lot of time.
Let me just say, this is me. Look at me. You should watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Who have you heard mixed reviews from? The internet?
Everyone.
Ah, fuck them. No, just watch it.
Oh, okay.
It's worth your time. It's really cool. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's super good.
Like I said, it looks good, but it looks like one with everything that I've heard. I don't want to just jump into.
Just do it.
because it might waste time.
No, just jump into it. It's good. Trust me. I was enthralled the whole time, and they do like a cool twist thingy, and it's really neat. But yeah,
I think we should end this one.
I agree. I went a little bit past this time, but
You're a little tired.
yeah. That's how we.
Good night, guys.
That's how we indicate the end of all podcasts. Once Sal starts yawning, we're done.
Yeah, because it's a good indicator. We don't start till like 8 o'clock.
I get here at 7:30 because if I got here at 8, we would start at like 8:30.
Oh, I'll be there at 7:30. Lol.
Right,
Gets
actually-
here at like nearly 7:50.
Yeah, it's mostly for my benefit that I move the time to 7:30. But okay, so yeah, be on the lookout for. Well, I mean, I'll tell you since there's nothing to look out for us being on Spotify and all that. I'll probably get more news about that tomorrow, I think. But yeah, so hope you
Sweet.
enjoyed. See you next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning.
Wherever you are.
No, whenever you are.
It brings